but today we are giving the ball fields back to this community. Not only cleaned up, good save, thank you. Not only cleaned up, but also improved. The toxic history of this property is not a good one, and I just want to spend a minute walking this so we all understand this. From the late 1890s to 1941, the Wellsback Company in Gloucester City and the General Gas Mantle Company in Camden used a radioactive material called thorium to manufacture gas lamps. These companies made street lamps and lamps for home use. If you dip the lamp into thorium, it made the lamp burn brighter. And that did make the lamp burn brighter, but it also contaminated two of these manufacturing facilities and lots of the surrounding us 30. And to make matters worse, the thorium-contaminated waste from the facilities was used as fill on this property and other properties in the communities. It took a lot of work to clean up these ball fields, but leaving it the way they were simply was not an option. We could not take any chance, particularly with our children's health. Thorium is a highly toxic substance. Thorium exposure increases the risk of lung cancer, bone cancer, and pancreatic cancer. So what EPA had to do was excavate and dispose of almost 40,000 tons of radiologically contaminated soil. And that wasn't cheap. It cost $25 million. Of course, anyone who knows sports can tell you you can't win unless you have a good team. And EPA very much had a good team. We worked closely not only with the mayor and his staff, but the local sports teams. And I know that this was an inconvenience for them, and we thank them for their cooperation. This is a really impressive sports complex. They're responsible for the cleanup, but in this instance, EPA has paid the vast majority of the cost. One thing we're very proud of is the number of jobs created by this cleanup. At this one Superfund site, cleanup work in the last year has created 330 jobs. 330 jobs to clean up this contamination. More than 90% of the people hired were hired from the local area. And this is not the only environmental cleanup in New Jersey to create jobs, not by a long shot. In 2010, EPA managed cleanups created 1,500 jobs in New Jersey alone. Jobs is a real priority for President Obama, his administration, for the congressmen. I want to point out in the proposed American Jobs Act, there is an environmental component to that. There's funding for mass transit, for inner-city rail, and for energy conservation at schools. So I think this project illustrates that you can in fact have a clean and healthy environment and job creation at the same time. I want to thank all of our partners, but I want to take a moment to thank Rick Robinson, no stranger to you. Rick not only holds up tents and covers my back, but he's a very talented and dedicated public servant, a long-term employee at the EPA, and because of his direct work, we have this cleanup to celebrate today, so thank you very much.